What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Oh man, I'm sorry about being so late today, man. Weather and rushing and getting to do this. I'm definitely wanted to make sure I definitely hit you guys up today. So I'm gonna give a little time for everybody to kind of jump on. I know I'm late, man, and forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. All right. Uh, long day already. All right, long day. So give it a little time, man, and let everybody kind of join in and get to going and get to stepping and get to moving and get it cranked up, man. All right. So I got special news today as people come in joining in. All right. Sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's Friday, man, and just family. All right. Um, But anyway, as we come in, man, I got some special news today. What up, Clay? What's good? What's good? Today's a special day, man. So today, just spoke with the Orlando AD, high school AD out there. So we are going to push forward and make this October 24th, make this showcase happen October 24th at Harmony High School in St. Cloud is back on. All right. I'll have the link and the flyer up on Monday. Sorry, I literally within the last hour and a half, I got the news. So you know what I'm saying? No, I did not, Pierre, no, I did not talk to K Jordan, man. I'm sorry, man. So I will definitely talk to him, man. Thank you for reminding me. You know what I'm saying? So Mike, what's good? Good talking with you today. And Bubba, what's good, man? ASU baseball practice and blessings. All right, man. Good, man. Tell my boy JV, tell Coach Vasquez over there at Alabama State. D Brown said, "What's up?" All right, that's my guy. All right, tell him you're a loyal listener, man, and tell him to take care of you, man. Look out after you and TJ out there. All right, Bubba. So my boy Bubba's out there, Alabama State baseball practice out there in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm my boy Jose Vasquez, fan of the show. Talk with them often, man. Very good coach. That's my guy. So listen, man. Today, all right, like I said, Orlando's back on. Please share this. I wanted to talk to you about value. All right, something that my boy, shout out to my boy Mike. That is here, and we're going to be. I'm going to talk to you about this because um, one of my other listeners sent me a link today about a showcase. All right, I got your email. I see you, no doubt, Trisha. Good to see you. Appreciate you making that change. Thank you. We'll meet you. Trisha out there in Kentucky. Like I said, we had to change from Atlanta. I'm sorry, we had to do the Atlanta thing. We changed it to North Mississippi. But shout out to Trisha, who's going to make that move and with me down to Mississippi, man. And I feel bad. I haven't even reached out to everybody that signed up for for Atlanta. I'm just telling you, man, we had Kentucky, like Trisha. We had Virginia. All right. So the Virginia people, I talked to a couple of Newport News, so the Norfolk, Virginia. All right, shout out to her. That's where my mother's from and everything. We had a group that was going to come to Atlanta. I'm gonna try to get them to come to the Florida one now. Okay, so again, it's crazy, the people that the reach that this happens. I even had my boy Mike's cousin or nephew, I can't remember. It was coming from Oakland, the Bay Area, all the way out to Atlanta. So I hate to change it on him. Hopefully, he can make that trip to Mississippi and we make this happen. So. Again, this happens, COVID times, things happen like that. But, it's crazy with the reach that is going on with this movement right now. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Man, just here in Atlanta area where everybody want to get to Atlanta and we got a whole bunch of, a lot of HBCU stuff going on, a lot of showcases, a lot of things going on. And here I am. I'm bringing people in from all over too. All right. So we just have to make this change. So hopefully the Virginia people can get down to Florida. Hopefully the Georgia people wouldn't mind going down to Florida for the few people that signed up locally. If not, refund them and get that, there. But October 24th, Orlando is still on. I will have the flyer up. All right. Speaking of the flyer. So again, I'm just going to pump everything out there right now before I get into this message. The October 31st Dallas showcase is on. We had a couple more people sign up. So that's cool. Get that out there. If you're in the North Texas area, go. The Waco link is up. I think, it's in this thing here, and I will post it. That is up and running. I will put the flyer up. I got that done today. The link is up for Waco, Texas. All right. I don't have all the schools that will be in attendance. It's going to be anywhere from 5 to maybe up to 10 schools in at the location besides the streaming. Okay. So Waco, Texas, will be at supposedly a really nice field. They have 2 fields out there if we need it. We will have D2. Shout out to my boy Houston Tilson, coach that was on yesterday. He was, try to get him on the show today. Dodging me, maybe he ain't ready for this big time yet, but but he will be in Dallas and in Waco. So I wanted to learn about the school. I can't say I know what level and all of that. I think it's the NIA program, Houston Tilson College or University. All right. I didn't do much homework on that, but that will be in Waco and also in Dallas. Okay. He will be there. So that's 2 schools along in Waco. Like I said, I got a group down there. Shout out to my boy Jimmy and the whole crew down there that's rocking and rolling and setting things up. And this is what I want to talk to you about. All right. Everything is about adding value and the things that happen because you add so much value. Right. So, case in point, Waco, Texas. Right. Case in point, even next week. All right. Things happen in Atlanta because of this program, because of the value that I add, the people that they trust and everything like that, man, they are linking up. So North Mississippi, I believe will be the biggest, showcase yet up to date next weekend. All right. If everything goes to plan, we will have a large number of kids there next weekend in North Mississippi. I already got, like Trisha will be there from Kentucky. And I think I talked to another gentleman from Cleveland, Tennessee. We got and then the contingent, it's a large group of our already, made group they just want the exposure, right? They want to get their kids seen, right, from a program. Same kind of thing in the Waco, Texas thing. Okay. Same thing that reached out, my group that reached out to me in Dallas. Shout out to my boy Jason Hilliard, MTA Sports. All right. They reached out to me like, D, we got a group of kids that's getting unseen. We'd love to have you down there to make it happen. Great. Waco, Texas. All right. The group down there, like, yo, D, we'll make this happen. We got a bunch of schools. I got connections with the colleges. I can get 5 to 10 schools there. Now, everything has to go through, but I trust in my boy that's making it happen. So we'll have junior colleges, Division 2, 3 NIA programs and junior colleges in Waco. All right. And the same thing that is going on. Do you ever group discounts? Maybe we can make that happen. This depending on large groups. And speaking of group, this is what I kind of want to get into this. So it's just, what I'm saying, Russ, I appreciate what you're asking. This is what I want to talk about. All right. Because of I'm getting around to it. All right. But because of the value that I add, right? Shout out to my boy Mike. I was talking about this earlier, man. It didn't mess up my day. I don't even want to say that because it's just a great notion. So shout out to my boy Caleb and my boy. I talked to him earlier. He's been a guest on the show, came to the showcase and all of that. Just a grinder, hard worker, man. But I had to give him, I just had to give him some tough love today. But the beauty of this, I explained everything that was going on, and it wasn't tough love. It's actually an opportunity of, I believe, of a lifetime for him. You know what I'm saying? He's a lifetime, working hard to trying to stay in ball, and he wants to keep playing, stuff like that, right? So what I wanted to do was reach out to him and he reached out to me a few days ago. He called me back. I've been, all over the place. He called me back. I spoke with him, and I just wanted to help him. I wanted to realize the situation he was in. He's an older cat, and he's still trying to hang in to play ball. I'm trying to get him to, understand that, there's things outside of just playing, man. You know what I'm saying? And in minor leagues, you don't make no real money. He's got a master's degree, and he's just a smart dude, man. I met him in person for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Very intelligent, very well spoken. And I just said, listen, man, you need to think about maybe transitioning outside of playing and get into, if you really love the baseball where it seems like you do, I'm going to help you, right? So I talked to my boy, shout out to my boy Tyrone Brooks, he just texted me. All right, front office dude, right next to Manfred up in MLB offices. He helps with minorities and stuff like that, getting them opportunities, right? I don't even know if he want me to pump him like that, but I try to get him on the show, but he's still low key. It is what it is. But I spoke with him, called about my boy. You know what I'm saying? Just to give him an opportunity and just tell him his story. So shout out to Ty. He's going to reach out to the kid, help him, try to get him, transition into, the back office, the back, side of baseball, the evaluation of the player development side of baseball instead of getting them off the field. Okay. But, the kid was like, man, damn, D, like, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you for helping me and blah, 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 blah. Right. And I was like, no doubt. It was like, Because on one hand, I'm kind of shooting his dream down on one side, but on the flip side, I'm also being like, yo, this is the realization where you're at right now. I want to help you and give you an opportunity if it's available, you know, but you need to take it. He still want to keep playing and all of that. So I try to give everybody that I talk to, right? Shout out to, I talked to her last night, Brenda, from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, reached out to me online, wanted help. Her son's going through some college, All right. Connected her with a scout friend of mine in the Nashville area. Hopefully they can link up. And hopefully, if not, they'll come down to Atlanta to work with me one-on-one, just to give him a little exposure, see what he can do. You know, knowing that I'm connected with the Pirates, right? You know what I'm saying? Again, value, right? Add value. You know, I don't want her to travel over here, so I just said, listen, go talk to my boy who's a scout over in the Nashville area. If he can make it happen, we'll make. You know what I'm saying? Value, right? I'm going to talk to another parent today. I reached out to online. She has an issue going on with her son. Boom, boom. I'm going to talk. You know what I'm saying? Trying to add value into her life. All right. Shout out to my boy, Mike. You know, he told me about another kid. We're going to set something up this afternoon and we're going to talk and I'm going to try to add value in that kid's life. All right. Talked to two parents last night. All right. You know, wanted to come into my program to help them with the recruiting and all of that. But again, if I can't just come out and just start asking for this and that, I have to add value. Right. So they saw the value that I add to the showcase. Okay. It's not extremely expensive. That's one to talk about. But as I added value, they see that, yo, it ain't about, you know, trying to piece and nickel and dime and doing all that type of stuff. No, you know what I'm saying? I charge, I think, a fair price. You know what I'm saying? This is something that, you know, I try to do. You know what I'm saying? It is help guys along the way, you know, get in, give you knowledge. You guys that have been reaching out to me, you know, hooking up and listening to me for a long time, 2 years and about 19 days from to today will be a 2-year thing. I've been doing this, right? So just adding value. Every now and then I may have like a showcase, a post, equipment, or gear, you know, buy some of this gear or training programs or anything like that, right? You know, I'll have that from time to time just to, you know, make sure that I'm adding value. You represent me, you know what I'm saying? We help each other type of thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to add value. So speaking of, because I'm adding the value side of this, I'm not tooting my own horn because it is what it is, right? So nobody can ever say, yo, D is this, D becomes off as this, he's trying to whatever. No, because you know, I bring on guests, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when these college guests, I spend my own marketing money to get these guys to come on. You know what I'm saying? So when I list all those schools and all of that, some of those relationships, some of those were just reaching out through, you know, touching base with that, you know what I'm saying, making sure they, you know, want to come on a show, meeting them, communicating with them, and then growing from there. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's one of those, that's what it's about. All right. So add value, you get stuff in the back end. Okay. Speaking of that, so the way this services, the recruiting services, Laquita, you know what I'm saying? Private message me in the back end. All right. So, you know, Laquita, you know, shout out to her. I'm you know, listen, in the background, we're going to get this thing going. All right, Laquita, I look forward to speaking with you. All right. Spoke to two parents, like I said, last night. You know, I know one definitely is going to sign. Hopefully the other one will too. And we get this ball rolling. And shout out to Quincy and Kareem and Makai out there in Jersey. So we got Arkansas and Texas and New Jersey, hopefully California, you know what I'm saying, and Georgia, right? We represent all over, all right? Salasa, you know, Celessa, all right, gosh, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to her, I spoke to her the other day. She's going to join the crew, all right? You know, her son right now is at a post-grad program, you know what I'm saying? So this is what's up, all right? Quita, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, all right? Nadine, all right? So anyway, we're going to Australia with this streaming thing. This is what I'm going to talk to you about, right? Shout out to my boy CT out there and all of this. All right. So we're branching out with this streaming thing. Okay. So I wanted to put it out there to you guys, right? We got the Texas and all of that. So we're finalizing this thing to go out there to Australia. Okay. Not me physically, but that's what I want to talk about. All right. So my boy Russ was like, do you add groups of all of this? All right. So one of my partners, my ex-teammate with the Royals over there, hit me up earlier and wanted to do something in Kansas City. Okay. Something like this. All right. And Mike, my boy Mike, shout out to Mike. He's on right now. He put this and he was talking about this and here and there. And I was just like, well, I'm already, you know, he was like, man, you know, you need to do this with more large groups of organizations or cities or something like that. that can't get the exposure, can't travel because of COVID. Yeah, you can play the showcases and stuff like that, but this is more intimate. All right. So my boy in Australia, right? They're going through their own COVID issues and stuff like that. We're going to do a streaming event in December, all right, to all those college coaches that I'm connected with, okay? Hopefully, my boy from Kansas City, we can make this happen. I shout out to my boy Bobby in Jersey. He's trying to do something. We're trying to do tournaments or something over there, but that's a long shot. Next spring or summer, we got to time that and do that right. All right, shout out to my boy Bobby out there in North Jersey. But my thing is, because of streaming, because of all of this that's popping off, all right, we able to go to different countries with this. So if I'm able to stream this and make this happen in Australia, think about, and so I want to offer this. Anybody that's part of a large group, all right, 50 or more, kids in high school that want exposure. All right, you may have travel programs or anything like that. All right, I just was the last 24 hours because of the Australian thing and all of that. I was like, well, listen, I definitely can tell everybody what needs to be done. I'm still working on this because next weekend is going to be a larger group. Dallas, Orlando, what I'm saying? Hopefully Orlando will be a nice, core group over there, but Waco is going to be huge. All right. And Australia should be a lot of kids the way my boy, everybody talks it, who knows, you know what I'm saying? But we got to, it's all about execution and making it happen. Okay. If you are, I know, shout out to Marcia. I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? Out there in Chicago, I think she up there north. She been reaching out to me, and I promise you I ain't been dodging you out there, love. I'm going to call you. I'm going to get this thing right. But if you are connected to large groups, okay, that's only the way this will work, all right, for these colleges get enough, all right? Large groups, meaning if you can connect 50 or more kids, okay, 21s to 24s, even junior college kids, okay? You see my flyers. You guys know how this thing goes, okay? If you are part of large groups and any organizations, anything like that are interested, all right, and teaming up with me, all right, you tell them to holler at me, okay? Where like I'm doing this in Australia, again, everything is kind of, we're going with it. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to be North Mississippi next weekend, Orlando, Dallas, and Waco, all right? There are opportunities there, on weekends here and there, right? The main thing is I can't sit and say, every weekend, 25 schools and all of that, right? But what I can promise you, 70 plus schools will have that footage of anybody that works out. And I guarantee you from a Division 2, 3, junior college, and NIA programs, those coaches will definitely be on those live streams, okay? So if you are, and if they may come to the workouts, okay? But if you are part of a large organization, all right, or you have access to kids or something like that, because that's what my boy Jason Hilliard, that's why we doing this Dallas thing, because he reached out to me. He saw it before I saw it. He was like, yo, D, this is what's going on. My kids are not getting that, exposure. Can you come down here? You make this happen. All right. I'm like, cool. All right. Now I can't sit and say I will physically be at all these, just depending on the numbers and everything like that. But I am, you can share this, you can tag this, where again, you will have access to the coaches that when I mean by access, meaning like you put it all together, a live streaming aspect of it. We will connect these coaches to your, organization and your kids and everything like that. And we'll just communicate and kind of show you how this thing works. All right. Meaning like, how to, connect with the live stream, get the information out there, rosters, information, parents' names, kids' names, GPAs, ACTs, pictures, bios, all of that. All right. We'll have these coaches will have that in their email box and at hand to reach out to the players. Okay. We can make this a national thing. Okay. So if you have large groups of kids, or if you're a coach or you are connected to large groups. Okay. Now, again, if you are signed up to come to travel from, Florida or Maryland to Florida or something, I'm not telling you not to do it and to be like, oh, I don't want to go down. No. Still come. I just want you to just understand that's what's out here. If your kids are 21 to 24 and they, just make sure they're college caliber kids. All right. I know everybody wants exposure. I know organizations want to give everybody exposure. Okay. But just if you do this, just make sure they're talented kids. All right. I don't want to hate on no kid and from getting exposure, but I want to make sure that, I don't want no kid coach to be like, yo, D, what you got over here, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that. I want, it don't matter, because in part of these streams will have HBCUs, Power Fives, mid majors, D2, D3, and down. Okay. This is what this is about. All right. So joining in forces, joining, COVID times, large, I couldn't pull this Atlanta thing when you got Kentucky and, Virginia and California, kids coming from all over, and to cancel. I hate that. You know what I mean? But if only five schools showed up, you've done your job with the showcases. You've done your job with the showcases and all this info you deliver on the daily, Brian. I appreciate that, family. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. All right. And I wanted to say this. All right. Shout out to my boy Bill, because he sent this to me earlier. It's just piggybacking on what Brian said. All right. Remove the group post. I have a typo. All right. I don't know what that is. Sorry, Bill. What I wanted to do was I wanted to give my boy Bill sent me a link of and I didn't even call him out, but on this particular showcase that's going on. It's a $500 showcase. All right. $500 showcase is where no schools, all right, are going to be physically there. Okay. They're going to live stream to potentially 120, potentially 125 schools. Okay. So Javier, what's up, baby? I hope you got my text earlier about the Orlando showcase still being on. 125 schools streaming in. They're going to, do the 60s times and all of that type of stuff and make a video. All right. That's an added thing that I do not have readily available. Now you can get it, you can buy it. All right. So it bumps up from the 150 plus. Okay. But $500, all right, is what they're charging. Okay. Now the one I'm doing next week in Mississippi, 110. The one in Dallas, 150. The one in Waco is going to be 190 because there's going to be more schools there. All right. And I'm hoping to get my boy Paul Phillips with the brain, the S2, because that truth be told, and I said this and I hinted at this, but trust me, in the next 2 years, that's going to be a requirement, just like the GPA and ACT. These college coaches are going to be looking at those type of scores, because trust me, I'm in these meetings with the Pittsburgh Pirates, all right, that I'm currently employed with. Okay. They have told me, all right. Matter of fact, Paul, my boy Philly, who came on the show last week, he did a presentation in front of all the coaches via live Zoom with this. Okay. They're the way they're evaluating kids that come into the Pirates organization is through one of the tests that they do is this brain test. All right. This brain reaction, brain evaluation test that my boy Paul Phillips came on last week. For my listeners who may not know, look at the archive and the videos. All right. It talks about S2, and it's essentially it just talks about your reaction time. All right. If you learn and do the exercise and the drills that's connected to this, all right, it will extend some of your kids' careers. All right. I talked about my boy Paul Phillips, and I said, man, if certain ball players our age and even the last 10 to 15 years ball players or something like that had the access to these type of information and all of that, be a lot of great hitters and a lot of extended careers. Okay. So that's how important this is. The Vanderbilts are already using it. Lynchcomb in Nashville. It's about 5 or 6 power. Baylor. All right. We're going down to Waco. Baylor's using this. All right. So they're gauging their recruits off of this. Okay. So this is not like, this is kind of, it may sound like it's not groundbreaking, but when your kid, if you have a 13, 14-year-old kid, by the time he may be 16 in the recruiting, heavy into the recruiting thing, that may be a requirement of him, all right, to take this, assessment test. Okay. So I'm saying that to say my boy Paul may be down in Waco. So that may, that price is 190. All right. So you got 110, 150, 190. You know what I'm saying? Where can we look up information on this? Brenton, are you talking about the brain test in Waco? It's going to be at the Waco showcase. I'm gonna try. We talked, me and Paul and the owner of the group talked 2 days ago. We're trying to get the team down there to assess the kids as part of the showcase. You know what I'm saying? So they will test the kids there. Okay. So Brenton, I know you have a 8th grader, right? So my point is, by the time he's probably a sophomore, Junior, I know it sounds brain testing. I'm making it sound like whatever. The evaluation. If you look at Paul Phillips' thing, it's just a 30-minute test that he essentially you get a sheet filled, and it's not a pass or fail. It just kind of tells you how quickly you react to sliders, how quickly you react to changeups, how quickly you react to fastballs. All right, how quick does your brain work? Okay, and if it's not as up to par and as fast, you know what I'm saying? Then we go into then there's drills and everything that is attached to it. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want you to think like it's some, you got all these things sticking at you. No. All right. It's a series of, it's a 30-minute type test. It's like almost like a game type thing that they do, but it reads out a test. I'm telling you right now that this would be the wave of what is going on in the next 2 years, where you are going to, it's going to be part of your recruiting. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you could be, you could be a 5'10", 7'2" runner with an occasional pop, really good fielder. But if you score off the charts with this thing over here, they're going to look at you as a gamer. They're going to look at you as like, I could put him in any situation. He's going to come through. All right. The Pirates alone, my organization, we and Paul, my boy Philly would never. ATL Showcase has been moved to Holly Springs, Mississippi. Yes, the ATL Showcase. I'm sorry, and for the people that have signed up, again, I haven't reached out to everybody. You will have the option to come to Florida, Mississippi, or a refund. Okay, just know that. Okay, I have not reached out to all the rest of the people. I reached out to a handful so far. For the people who have signed up for the ATL Showcase, Florida, Mississippi next weekend, North Mississippi next weekend, Florida, October 24th, you have access to, or you can get your refund. Okay. And I'll shoot your email. You have that email to you tonight and definitely by tomorrow. Okay. You just tell me what you guys want to do. For the people that have signed up for the ATL Showcase, because we had to move it to North Mississippi. So yes, it is North Mississippi. So as to cognition, all right, that's what it is, Brenton. That's the link right there. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's super, like, this is what's the wave is going. All right. I just wanted to finish the story. A kid scored very high on this. All right. My organization, the Pirates, gave him $500,000 more in a signing bonus because he scored so high. $500,000. Now, my boy Paul Phillips told me this. I don't think he has a reason to lie to me. All right. The agent called the group and said, listen, do you feel like, this is only 10 major league teams, 10 major league organizations have access to these testings. All right. They're trying to cut all of them, the rest of the coaches, the organizations off because they feel like they have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So they have, every new draft pretty much every new draft prospects is taking these tests. So again, okay. So the Major League Baseball usually start at the top and it trickles down. Vanderbilt is using it for their incoming recruits. Okay, so again, I'm pumping this because they may be out in Waco, and that's why we're charging a little bit more. And I can't promise you either way. We're supposed to have 5 to 10 coaches physically there on top of the 20 and the pro scouts and everything like that. So shout out to my boy Brian saying and keeping it 100 and telling yes, they're charging $500 for streaming, and they have access. I don't ever heard of the group, but they may have access to all these coaches, no doubt about it. All right, I don't have 125, but I got 90. All right, it's roughly 87, 88. So I lied. I'm sorry, not quite. Whatever. I'm not lying because now I got Texas College, Houston, Tillion, from Houston. Who else did I just speak with? Oh man. So anyway, I'm up to 90. You know what I'm saying? My boy Happy Megan, he gonna be at the Dallas and Waco. You know what I'm saying? I just met him. I ain't even add him to my part of the 90. So I'm right at about 90. Okay, 90 coaches. Okay, not quite 125, but my point is, all right, they're charging $500 for these showcases. All right, I'm charging $150. All right, PP behind the scenes, if you want to get recruiting and services and all of that, it ain't even all of that added up, and all of that is still, you know what I'm saying, not where these dudes, all this stuff is charging. I'm just trying to keep it 100 with you, man. All right, so, all right. Press that link on there. I'm trying to get them connected to this group on a regular basis. They're trying to go mobile and all of this where hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we could connect and do this on a regular basis. They're going to be part of my showcase team, and we're going to travel around the country doing these testings and all that for all the prospects. This is what's going on in the background, okay? So we got, you know what I'm saying, Shelby County College, North Carolina just joined and wants to be on the stream. Yes, thank you. Right, Shelby Community College. All right, Coach Bowles over there in North Carolina. That's another, you know what I'm saying? I forgot to add him, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get him on the show. Certain coaches be like, yo, they want to get on a live stream. I want to get them on the show because I'm like your parent. I'm like you, parents. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn about these schools. You know what I'm saying? So instead of just be like, oh, on the phone, I'll bring them on here. So we learn together about the schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, I add value because when I ask questions, I'm sure some of the questions I ask you guys want to ask. At certain times, you guys ask great questions, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's something that, you know, my boy Tony Miranda said that way back when Cerritos College coach, you know, been a fan of the show and former teammate of mine out there at Cerritos Junior College. He was like, before he came on the show, like, D, I love what you're doing because you ask questions as if you are a concerned parent that have. I was like, yeah, because a lot of times I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about your school. I don't know location, level. I don't do much homework. Maybe I'm not a good, interviewer. You know what I'm saying? Because I purposely, don't read up on, these guys, especially like when between like July, in the middle by June, July, and August, the coaches was coming in like, shoot. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't had time to do any homework on these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning like you. You know what I'm saying? So I ask these questions and inform me, and that helps build a relationship. They love it because they get to talk every little thing about their school. So my thing is with Shelby County College, junior college, that's another, that would be live streaming in. Okay. I can't say I'm truly connected to him, but that Coach Bowles, he's been on this, and that's another thing you guys don't understand, man. These parents be on, these coaches be on this link. Coach Eaton, he always on the link. He was on yesterday. He came on the show the first time, but he's been on this show. He's been on this link hard for about 3 weeks. 3 months plus, easy. I met him last year. He was coming on the show. When I say coming on, meaning like in the comment section. You got D1 guys that be listening in. You know what I'm saying? That be, in the comments. You may, parents, you may not know their names or anything like that. I had Cal State, Bakersfield coach, you know what I'm saying? He chimes in from time to time, you know what I'm saying? And so, people be like, oh man, you were in California, man. Do they really do that? Like Coach Beard has been, he'll be in the comments. I can see who joins in. It says you may not know the name like that, but I can see. All right. Coach Chester out there in Gardner Webb, you know what I'm saying, in North Carolina, all right? He ain't been on in a while, but when he first came on for that first 2 or 3 weeks, he was on a regular basis, all right? So again, it's part of it, you know what I mean? It's junior college. My boy Tony Miranda's always on. He's probably on now. I ain't seen him yet, but last year we had the recruiting coordinator at Mississippi Valley State. All right, my boy Terrence, he was on yesterday, right? He's not in that position no more, but it's one of those, D1 recruiting coordinator, always on here. All right. That's the beauty of this. They always connecting. All right. So shout out to my boy CT. All right. All right. So Orlando dates. I'm sorry. My niece is out here in Atlanta. The Orlando dates. We got October 24th. All right. 2 weeks from tomorrow. All right. Is Orlando Harmony High School, St. Cloud, Florida. All right. Right outside of Orlando, about 30 minutes outside of downtown Orlando. 35, minutes outside of downtown Orlando. All right. St. Cloud, Florida. All right. About 30-some minutes from Disney. All right. So Harmony High School, I'll have the date, obviously the link to sign up and everything on Monday. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? This just Joe asked how much is it? $150 for Orlando, okay? $150 for Dallas, $190 for Waco. Okay, I feel like there were great prices to get seen in front of whatever many schools, access and all of that. And most of those places now, I have not confirmed any schools physically at Orlando yet, physically there. All right. I got to do my work and try to make that happen. And scouts. Okay. Again, I just got the okay from the AD today. All right. I was thinking it wasn't going to go. All right. You guys, as of 2 days ago, I didn't think Orlando was going to happen. All right. But that came about. I talked with him. He called me today and finally connected, all right, and made this happen. I could have very easily said nah, and I actually emailed a couple of parents yesterday, part of my Atlanta crew, and be like, I don't think I'm gonna have, because they wanted to come to Orlando, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make that happen either. But I'm gonna email them back and say, listen, Orlando's back on. So 150, Joe. All right, make sure you're there. So shout out to my boy Coach Young, Will Jackson down there in South Florida. Bring the crew down there. Bring these kids. I'm my boy Darren Brown. I did Big Boy Baseball. I'm gonna reach out to those guys, man. Hopefully you can make that happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Javier, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? Local, loyal follower. Look forward to meeting them and his son and everything down there, making this happen. Harmony, open up the door, man. It's going to be a nice event. All right, great high school, real nice. Nice high school is in the middle, kind of, nowhere. But I mean, not dangerous. It's just the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? St. Cloud. It's 30 minutes from Disney. It's Orlando. Actually, my parents, home is not too far from there. That's actually I know the high school guy. You know what I'm saying there. So we made it happen. Where a lot of those schools in Orlando, Central Florida, they're not. Appreciate it, Dwayne. Thanks, man. I appreciate to see you guys. That's what I'm talking about, my VA crew. All right. We got Virginia coming down to Florida, man. That's how we doing it. All right. We got Virginia coming down to Florida. We have Kentucky coming to Mississippi. We have Cali was coming to Atlanta. Hopefully we can make it to Mississippi. All right. Man, 2 weeks ago, we had Atlanta, Alabama, Kentucky. We had 6 states represented in Jackson State Community College. Okay. Dallas, Texas. I think the signups already. We had Oklahoma. My boy Joe, New York. I think my boy Cabrera. I got to reach out to Cabrera. He may be mad at me. I don't even know he's gonna come because he's been waiting since September to make his in Orlando, right? You know what I'm saying? So he way out in Massachusetts, so he waiting on me. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can make it with his son. You know what I'm saying? So I think Coach Eaton would definitely come down there. The guy, coach that came on yesterday. Hopefully he's right there in Tampa. Me and him was already talking about trying to do something in Florida. Besides, because I had to change the dates. But hopefully I'm gonna reach out to him. He'll get there, which is it's a post grad program, but it'd be cool. And maybe I could get some of the other post grads and come up there and maybe IMG. You know what I'm saying, man? Think about IMG. You know what I'm saying? I'm really connected with those guys over in IMG. Again, they're not college, but they got post grad programs. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I could get a coach up there to ride up there from IMG. We'll see. Okay. So, and along with some colleges and scouts. Okay. That's my whole, there will be a few post grads at Orlando Showcase parents. All right. Let me see here. All right. There will be a few post grads at the Orlando Showcase. Parents, you need to think about post grads so they do not lose a year of eligibility sitting on the bench with extra players, NCAA rosters. Yeah, I think that was clear yesterday. That's a big move. I talked to a parent 2 days ago about this, and it was like, it's a stigma. It's just like a stigma with junior college. It's a stigma with, if it ain't D1, it's a stigma. You know what I mean? Like it's an indictment on your child's talent and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That is not the case. All right, it's not the case. So post grad, what I'm saying, people think, oh, my son has great grades. He doesn't need to go to post grad. All right, but if he wants to, to play and all of that in this 2021 COVID world, you need to, open up, a few options. All right. I was on the phone with a parent yesterday, and the kid was like, I don't know, coach. I want to go up north, man. I don't know, man. I'm kind of, I want to be whatever. And I said, I get it. You know what I'm saying? The mom was like, shh, we ready. We good. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand, like the kid don't understand, but the mom understands what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? There are far few opportunities out there. All right. She was like, we ain't closing no doors. I was like, I like those. I like those parents. All right. So, all right. Dwayne says, we'll try and get some kids from the U.S. Virgin Islands there. No doubt, man. All right. Like I said, and if they can't come, listen, I know I may not make Australia, but D Brown will try to make, if you could put something together, come to Orlando, but I love to go out there. If you could put something together out there, you know what I'm saying? Mark was good, man. Mark was good. Texas in the house. So Dwayne, hey, you know what I'm saying? We can holler at me on the side if you could put some kids together out there in the Virgin Islands and stuff. You know what I'm saying? D Brown will trying to make it out there. You know what I'm saying? Do a little streaming out there in the Virgin Islands. All right. Anyway. All right. I'm bugging. So anyway, the whole thing, I wanted to kind of wrap this up, man, before we end this thing. Okay. I try to give as much value as I can to all of you over these time frame. This is something where um, it was me anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was me anyway. I could bring on guest upon guest from the background, from a baseball side before anything, whatever, right? If I could help somebody, now I'm selfish in certain ways. You know what I'm saying? Let my other, let my fan tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm selfish when it comes to what I want to achieve, what I believe in my thoughts and something may go against where other people. You know what I'm saying? It's sometimes I go against, what my own mother has said, or my dad, or a family member, right? But if I believe in something wholeheartedly, right or wrong, I'm a roll, you know what I'm saying? And deal with the consequences, you know what I'm saying? If it's something I truly believe in, right? It's the athlete in me, okay? You have to be a gambler as an athlete. You have to, who gives you audacity to try to be the 1%? You know what I'm saying? Like when everybody in your town, your whatever, they either gonna, you're gonna have people pushing you for it, but most of the people ain't gonna be wanting you. They either gonna want to be you, or they're gonna want to, on a low behind you. You know what I'm saying? Be wanting to hate on you. You know what I'm saying? They're jealous of you and all of that, wishing for your demise. So you have to put yourself out there. You got to be a gambler. Then you get into the pro game or college and all of that, where people dying. They dying to take your spot. All right. Coaches over there, we all I'm a coach now. I'm an ex player. So I look at a kid with dope, crazy talent. I'll be like, he wasting it. I'll be hating on him. I'll be the first to tell you that if the kid is out there wasting talent, I'll be hating on him. You know what I'm saying? Meaning like I'll be in his ad. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. I just had a conversation yesterday with my boy from the Royals. All right. He's a pitcher coordinator with the Royals. They're up in Kansas City right now with the minor leaguers. And there's a kid that I trained who was up there right now, all right, and he was telling me about him. All right, he was like, "Yo, D, I met your kid, boom, boom, boom," and he was like, "Yo, you know what it is, gosh, I don't hope it don't get the message to him, and I love my guy." And I was like, he's like, "You know what it is, D? He too nice, man. He too nice." I was like, he played too, too nice. And I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? He's like, he just plays too nice, and he was like, it's one of those that, we got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? He got to get down, he got to get that dog out of him. And that's what he was telling him. He was like, we got to get that dog out of him. And I was like, yo, he was like, I'm gonna talk to him. I said, yeah, you need to talk to him. Get in his, you know what? All right, he's 20 some years old. The time is ticking. You know what I'm saying? For him to get to the league, it's that time, or he would be released. And I was like, you owe it to him to get in that butt. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, I'm gonna say. I said, no, you are going to say something. You need to say something to him. Okay. And so this is it's if a kid is not showing a real talent and all, it's up to the coaches. Like I said. So again, he thinking everything. He knows what the situation is, but I'm just saying, like, again, he's out there competing. He's out there, whatever. But there's coaches in the background sneaking in and talking junk. You know what I'm saying about him. All right, about what's going, what you need to do, and he may not make it and all that type of stuff. So that's the world that we all come from, in some form of fashion. But we're talking sports here, right? When dudes is talking junk behind your back, ready to shake your hand in the front, but stabbing you in the back because they want your position, or front office people over there rooting for you, some rooting for you, most are not. I hate to tell you that. That's the truth. All right, if they ain't draft you, or they wasn't part of you signing or anything like that here and there, yes, they want you to succeed for if they're connected to if their job is connected to them. All right, but most in an organization, you win, and most of the time guys keep their job, but second that thing falls off, you know what I'm saying? It's shots fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Trisha, you talking real talk. All right, a lot of blessings come from stepping out of that comfort zone. You got to. I promise you, I was like, I don't know if I could pull off this Florida thing. I don't know. Yeah, all right? But I'm like, I may not, whatever, because I didn't want to do it in Atlanta. I didn't want to, but I was like, but this opportunity came, and it was like, boom, I couldn't get the field. I didn't feel comfortable, waiting to the last minute to do it. You know what I'm saying? But another thing happened. The blessings came, and where North Mississippi jumped off. All right. Florida, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna pull it off and make it happen. The guy called me. I'm like, I got 2 weeks to try to make this happen on top of the Dallas and everything else. You know what I'm saying? It's that world. It's that gambler's thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, You know, like I get into it with my dad all the time. You know, he worked years, you know, worked hard all his life, and he like, yo, you need to do doom. And what I'm like, I'm an athlete. That never whatever. You know, and with that mentality, I would have been working a 9 to 5 as a 20-something-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Not going for my dreams and all of that. Coming from where I started all the way, you know what I'm saying? Yes, Texas is still happening, Mark. Yeah, Waco and Dallas. All right. Both of them are still happening. All right. I'm gonna post all the links up here in a minute. All right. So you know what I mean? And I, the kid I was telling you about in the first, and I'll get off this. All right. I'll get off to this and I'll let everybody enjoy their weekend. The kid I was talking about earlier today, I'll tell him when I was trying to connect him to my front office major league guy. I commend him. He's 28 years old, still grinding, still want to play. Never played affiliate baseball, meaning like, you know, never played for a minor league team that's connected to, you know, one of the 32 organizations. All right. You know, so he's playing independent baseball. Okay. Traveling. They get paid, you know, minor leagues don't get paid anyway, but those type of teams definitely don't get paid. All right. Has a master's degree. Okay. Because his whole family is very accomplished, you know what I'm saying, very PhDs up and down and through his family and all of that. All right. From Africa, you know, they are African, you know, African descent, like, you know, straight from Africa, came here. And, you know, most of, you know, my guys know, you know what I'm saying, them dudes don't play when it comes to education. Very well spoken. I met him for the first time 2 weeks. Been a fan of the show, been on the show and all of that. Right. Grinding. And I had to tell him today, like, yo, I don't think this, you know, in my own little way, without just saying. And I was like, listen, you're going to do what you want to do. And I hate to tell you this because I hate when people tell me I can't do something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, but I don't think this is whatever. All right. I want to lean you towards this. I'm going to do this for you. All right. If you don't take it, I understand because you've been grinding, whatever. But I'm saying it's very hard for a 28-year-old, never been affiliated with any, you know, major league team or anything like that, to get signed. And during this COVID, when they're cutting guys, I said Pittsburgh Pirates cut 55 players this off, you know, it ain't even off season. It was, you know, from April to June-ish, you know what I'm saying? We cut 55 guys. All right. 55 players in our minor league system we cut. Dreams, most of them dreams may be over. Okay. Because of COVID, downsizing, minor league teams going down there. All right. That's real talk, man. And we only brought in 7 guys in the draft. We cut 55, brought in 7. Usually we cut 55 and bring in 55. You know what I'm saying? No, we cut 55, brought in 7, and there's more cuts to come. You know what I'm saying? So again, and I was telling him, I was like, yo, you trying to do something and it's whatever. So again, on the flip, I believe in him. You know, like what I'm saying like this. I understand, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you are, you know, your chances are, you know, making it is like slim to none. You know what I'm saying? But he just wants to keep playing ball. And I give it to him. I'm like, yo, I'm not here to shoot down your dream, dude. I say, yo, but this is where I think you need to go. All right. You're going to do what you want to do. All right. But I commend him. I was like, yo, you obviously love the game. I would have been long gone with my master's degree and all, trying to hustle and do something to make some real money. All right. Not in his minor league stuff. All right. But I commend him. I don't know. He's running from something. All right. But he's just running towards his dreams, I guess, in his mind. There are freaks and they're grinders, and most are grinders. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying all of us are. You know, if you are doing anything, man, parenting and your kids and whatever, we do all much as we can for our kids, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Sign those 55 to cut and your recruiting plan, get them in here, right? You know what I'm saying? I need to get the list and find out. All right, who's who and what's going on. All right. You know, when they got cut, I ain't know about that NIA thing. All right. Some of them are older kids, some of them older guys too. You know what I'm saying? But you can't help everybody, right? But and most organizations have done that. Most. All right. Oakland, I know for a fact they cut everybody, coaches, scouts, and you know what I'm saying, players. All right. That's what's going on over here. So hopefully, you know, it'll be back, hopefully be back to somewhat normal next year. There still will be less minor league teams, less rounds to get drafted. It is only getting, you know, realer and tougher. But again, roll the dice and let's go. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that from an athlete standpoint. You're trying to do something that 1% of these parents from 1% will only get a chance to do. All right. And I lied to you guys. So all my guys over here with families and kids that'll be playing in college. You know, Mark, I think your kid is playing in college, and, you know, and Bubba has dreams, aspirations. His kid will play in college, and Trisha, and I hope, you know what I'm saying, everybody get this chance, you know what I'm saying? And Javier and all that got the talent and all of that. I kept saying 11%. I read this 11%, but so I saw this the other day, 7%, 7.5% of 489,000 high school baseball players, 7.5% make it to college. 7.5. So I was at, I think the last one I checked was like 9 point, you know, whatever, right? It was right around 10%. You know what I'm saying? So no, I'm sorry, it's over 10 point something, like in that range, okay? Between junior college all the way up to Division One. The one I saw, you know, again, they're all chart. You know what I'm saying? It was 7.5%. All right. And it was crazy. Baseball had 1.10th lower than football. All right. Scott, you know, chance to play college football. And if you guys understand, college, you know, such a D1 program, that 85 guys get scholarships. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So essentially, you know, they only have 0.6 point, a 1/10 point, you know, higher, all right, than baseball, and they had those many more scholarships. Okay, so again, it's 7.5%. So if your kid, I'm talking about the 1% to 1% to play professional ball, but if you are pointed to 7.5% that get a chance to play college baseball, this is what this is all about, right? This is what recruiting services. This is why parents is reaching out to me. This is, you know, the money's being spent, the showcases, the everything, all right, to be part of the 7%. So hell, if you get a chance to play college baseball, walk on, scholarship, full ride, you know, D2, junior college, NIA program, Division 1, 2, and all of that, you better be a, you know, whatever. So when I hear, you know, I had a couple conversations with Ben, and I'm like, you know, he was like, you know, I told him, I flat out told, you know, and I had to be 100 with him. I keep it 100. He was talking about, you know, HBCU school Division 1. I said, I don't have you as a Division 1 player. All right, I'm not here to, you know, downplay your skills, anything like that, man. All right, I'm this is you know, this is something where I don't sugarcoat, you know what I mean? I'm like, it ain't no indictment. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes your feelings get so hurt, and you can't, you know, on one hand, he talking about my feelings don't get hurt, but then, you know, and I know his mom's, you know what I'm saying, kind of mom was like, you know, when I said, I was like, yo, yeah, like, you know, again, we get jaded, especially, you know, parents, we don't know, you know what I'm saying? I believe my daughter is, you know, better than, you know, I believe my daughter and me and my sick mind, you know, I believe my daughter's a Division 1 tennis player right now. All right. I believe that she can give some of these lower end Division 1 players a run for their money. All right. Now she may not be ready for Stanford's and all of those, you know, right now. All right. She may get dusted. I guarantee. I think, you know, for the second or third singles and the Stanford and all of that, my daughter would get a couple of games off of them. All right. Now those lower level Division 1s, you know what I'm saying, HBCU or these little mid-major ones and all that, I guarantee my daughter will you know, give one, you know, some of them a run for their money. She don't know it, I know it. You know what I'm saying? She hit with a UNC commit right now. UNC is number top 2 or 3, you know what I'm saying, in the country right now. And the girl's committed to UNC, and she battles that girl. She loses to the girl, but she battles her. So she sees a Division 1, you know what I'm saying, caliber, you know, whatever. It's 2 or 3 girls over there battling and going to the Notre Dame and Wake Forest and UNC and places like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm jaded. My whole point is I'm jaded from a parent's point of view too. You know what I'm saying? I get it. All right. It may take, you know, a coach to kind of calm me down and be like, yo, D, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, I see the projection if everything works out. All right, but sometimes I am the guy that will keep it 100 with your kid and be like, yo, I you know, I know Nadine is always talking about wow, right? So her kid, he's coming around, right? Her kid can hit the ball a mile, opposite field. I saw him, big kid, all of that. Only pitched in the summer. I got excited about him pitching. I'm like, yo, this is this kid could be something on the mound. You know what I mean? Kid get or whatever, and he want to play two-way, and he should think about it. But I'm thinking that I can't think. I'm like, yo, this kid may just be a big league pitcher. You know what I'm saying? I mean, body and everything, fluidity and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just, you know, I see, I'm not my indoor, I ain't God, I ain't whatever. So what I may say about your child, somebody else may think something different. But I know if it comes to in my circle, in my program, in my following, in my, you know, if you ask me legit questions, I'm gonna give you legit answers. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, I don't know. This is what I see. All right. So I talked with that parent. He said one school's reaching. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to call that school because I don't believe that he can play there. I didn't say it that bluntly, but in a nutshell, I was like, I ain't trying to, be mean or anything like that. I don't believe he can play there. All right. I was like, but I believe he's this level and all of that, and whatever, junior college, and she ain't like all that. All right, but I think the longer that I kind of explained to her, the tide, things were turning. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not you could be nice in your town, or you could be nice in, and the higher you go, man, everybody nice in a town. Everybody nice in their area. Everybody nice in their county. Everybody nice in a city. Everybody nice in a state. Everybody nice in a country. The higher you go, you see what I'm saying? Like that's when you go to the major leagues, man. You know what I'm saying? It's I think it's 700 some jobs or something like that. You know what I'm saying? 700 of the best 7 to 1,200, something like that. Any name like that, of the best players in the world. Okay. Oh, I get the preaching. Mark said, "This is why I listen to your show. All right, this is why I listen to your show. Still do. I appreciate you, Mark. No doubt, family. All right, I know you've been on it for a long time. Yes, his coach took a lot, but he's there. Super proud of him. He went through a lot to get there. Right. I know he was grinding and getting out there and all of that. So again, it's part of the 7%. I need to get a T-shirt. All right, you know what I'm saying? Somebody over there hey, I'm part of the 7%, or I'm trying to be part of the 7%. All right." Many of the parents out here that's on here, kids will be playing in college, man. So take, like I understand it's an anxiety right now. We don't know and all of that, man. But to be the top 7% of kids out here playing, man, it shouldn't be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, some have it better than others. You know what I'm saying? But damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, 93% of other people ain't doing this. You know what I'm saying? So why would it be easy to get into school, or it is for others and not so much for others. You know what I'm saying? So if you are the top 7%, you know what I mean? Like, it's like this. It's the like all these groups of hundreds, 400, some almost 500, high school kids, grinding and taking lessons and traveling ball and playing and traveling, and mom's paying money and for hotels and baseball equipment and cleats and bats and gloves, and you know what I'm saying, and the tears and the happiness. The coaches ain't playing my sons, and the coach like this guy, oh, this coach loved my son, and all those emotions, all of that wrapped into those 400 some thousand kids, and then it's just like this all the way up to 7% that make it. This is how it's real. All right. And then when you get on that level, it just keeps, less and less percent to get, when people like, oh, he didn't make it. He just played in the minor leagues. 7% to make it in college. I don't even, 1%. I don't even know, what I'm saying, what the percentages is to get a pro contract. I know last year I did that numbers. 1 out of 780 some players get a pro contract. All right. 1 out of 700 and something players get a pro contract. All right. And those numbers probably will go down a little bit. I guess it can, maybe 1 out of 800 something now because of the draft, lessening and the minor league teams and all of that. So I hear it all the time where, yeah, he's a good color, but he never made it, D. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? He's a professional ball player. He got paid. You know how hard it was? You know what I'm saying? That guy that you go, you know what I'm saying? Probably will run circles around your son, all right, at the same age. And 2, you know what I'm saying? Until your son make it there, you know what I'm saying? Don't poo-poo somebody else that, that didn't make it or didn't, whatever, all right? You know what I'm saying? So, and that happened to me personally. You know what I'm saying? I had a guy, I don't even know what his son is doing now. I think he's still in high school, whatever. But the dad came to me on the side, was like, D, I read about you. He looked like when the lights came on, he came up. I'm like, came up small. What do you mean? I was like, well, were you the 1% or something? You know what I'm saying? Like what you do in your life and what you do. Now I'm pretty sure he's pretty successful, but I'm like, what you know about when the lights come on? You know what I'm saying? What you know about that when it comes to sports, playing in front of 60,000 and traveling and starting from the Bronx, New York. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, coming up. What you mean? You know what I mean? Where the lights come on and all of that. What you know about my story? It's about what you read. You think you read, on the internet, you think you know my story. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like you didn't really do whatever. I'm like, your son, all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't say this, but I could talk my junk now to y'all. I'll be like, I fellas, you know what I'm saying? Like your son right now, the same age, mom, you know what I'm saying? I would hit right-handed better than what he's doing right now. And I'm a left-handed hitter. All right. run circles around your son. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what I mean? You don't really, something. That's why I say sometimes parents get, I'm not saying all, but this, when you poo somebody, you know what I mean? And I'm like, don't poo that dude that never necessarily make it to the majors. All right. He was talking about me winning the majors, stuff like that happened, man. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, don't poo that dude because he was cold at one time. He was nice. You know what I'm saying? He was nice. You know what I mean? So guarantee most of those guys that are in pro over there had the D1 scholarships or the junior colleges after them and the scouts and all of that. You know what I'm saying? To get that 30th round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? He was nice. He was nice. All right. All right. Here we go. All right. Get off this. They just printed the roster at his college this week, and it was great to see. All I can testify, Coach, real talk, all of that. I can be through it. All right. Congrats, man. We appreciate your candor, Coach. Parents like me are trying to learn all we can to be the best picture out of how it is out here. What you do helps. Keep grinding, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't want to, listen, that guy or anything situation, it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, I just want you to understand all that entails this, you know what I'm saying? Because we get jaded in our world from a even me as a coach, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, who can I get college in? And I'm talking to schools, whatever, and I'm calling this coach and I'm talking to this guy and all of that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? And we all could be, you know what I'm saying, and just talking, right? As I'm listening, my ex-teammate is calling me about a kid in New Mexico that can play, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, D, help me get this kid into school, right? I already know that's what that phone call is. Shout out to my boy Bruja, all right? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'll be like, yeah, I can help, whatever. And I'll go call some D1, email some D1 coaches and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And just because that's our world, right? But again, I'm calling 2% of the players that make it to the Division I level. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just be like, yeah, I'll make it happen. Boom, boom, boom. If you vouch for this dude, you know what I'm saying? And it's something we jaded, and you know what I'm saying, all of us are jaded in this travel ball industry. I was talking to me and Nadine. Shout out to Nadine. We're talking about this on Friday. We getting now so caught up in this world, you know what I'm saying, that we don't understand that, like, yo, we doing something that you know what I'm saying, 7% of the all these baseball players will ever get a chance to do. You know what I'm saying? Or talk, college baseball. College, I mean, talking about pro, just college baseball, 7%. All right. So anyway. Let's do this together. Somebody come up with the 7% T-shirt. We're selling this together online over here. Do something, all right? Part of the 7%. Make it happen. All right. All right. Let me get out of here, man. Let me finish with this. All right. Let me see. Part of the 7%. That's going to be a new slogan over here. All right. I want to be part of, because I actually wanted to really start transitioning this show a little bit different. Okay. I obviously it's been on the college and the recruiting thing here and there, but I really kind of want to spin it and go and little things that I have in my, my head. All right. All right. I have learned tons since start following this show that has helped my son get his shot at college baseball. No doubt. I know you're on my other page, so I can't see. So congratulations. You know what I'm saying? All right. Chris say what offer you a guarantee to what I love to what I had we talked my boy Mike in California. Just speaking of that, you know what I'm saying, and Miss Sheree out in California, follow him. I brought my hitting program and her kid was really, really good. All right. It's definitely one of those, it's that's right. Give me, that's right. I love that, Nadine. Well, hashtag part of the 7%. All right. You're gonna make that happen. That's part of the hashtag and everything like that. All right. So, y'all make it happen. If you feel like your son, you know what I'm saying, is part of the 7%, you want to hashtag. And if your son is already there, you know what I'm saying, just say, we are the hashtag, we are the 7%. You know what I'm saying? So if you feel like your son will be part of that 7%, I know it may sound corny and all that type of stuff, but hashtag that part of the 7%. All right. Somebody make some t-shirts and make this happen. All right. I'll wear it. All right. I just ask that you put my logo in front of somewhere over there, but part of the 7%. All right. That's the slogan. That's what we're trying to do out here. All right. All right. And I promise you, the fact that you're following me and listening to me and sharing and tagging and bringing people on and to my, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because this could be so much bigger than what it is, but I appreciate y'all. All right, it's getting there. All right, streaming and all in Australia and all this, stuff like this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. So this is part of the 7%. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So this is definitely what it is. All right. That's right, Laquita. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you part of the 7%, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, we all out here grinding together, man. We all, you know what I'm saying? I want to see all y'all kids win. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all y'all. Just like I wish I could say, you know what I'm saying? Like I listened to the show and you helped us get into college baseball. All right. If it's one tip, and I said that way back in the day, if y'all could get one tip, you know what I'm saying? If we can get, shout out to, Mark. All right. His kid is already playing. Mark's been a follower for damn near 2 years. All right. I remember that little lefty swinging catch over there. He sent me from Dallas, Texas. He sent me video on his kid a year and a half ago plus. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. All right. It is what it is. So I love it when I, hear stories and stuff. Sometimes I don't even know how good some of these kids are. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miss Sheree's kid, I'm trying to tell that story, and my boy Mike was like, "Yo, her kid is nice. He going to Cal Berkeley." I didn't even know. And, she brought my program. You know what I'm saying? Was a local for a whole year, hardcore. Anything I put up there to sell or anything she purchased it. You know what I'm saying? Never really got a chance to talk to her son and all that type of stuff. I just found out how good her son was just literally today. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't seen her in a while. I know her kid is. I said, where's he going to school? I'm like, I know he was really good. You know what I'm saying? But my boy Mike, he's real good. I think he's at Cal Berkeley right now. He's nice, part of, whatever. I was like, Dad, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, that's something like, it's again, she followed, brought my hitting program, loyal listener, you know what I'm saying? Always thank me, you know what I'm saying? And I was appreciative of it, you know what I'm saying? And obviously her kid now is over there at a big time D1 program that I didn't help him get in and all of that. And with recruiting, he did his own thing, but again, she would tell me the lessons and stuff and the whatever on almost every day. On my show every day, listening in, sharing messages to her son and going, you know what I'm saying? So, that's what she was about. So, again, did it help? I don't know. But again, my point is the relationship we build here, sometimes, I don't know who may go on to be so-and-so, who may go whatever. All right. But the messages and stuff like that, man, it's it's one of those, man. I appreciate everybody listening, and I hope I could be some part of your son's success or your daughter's softball wise, you know what I'm saying, success. Okay. All right. This is the Mississippi next weekend. All right. Orlando. I will put the link up to Orlando. I already got I just don't have the site out build. I have it by Monday. All of that. Dallas is Dallas here is, so jot these down, and it's October 31st. All right. I think we got Arkansas, Oklahoma so far, and Texas. All right. States that will be represented. All right. So far. All right. We're still early in the game with Dallas. Okay. We got Waco, Texas, November 21st. All right. Again, I had nobody signed up for that yet because I ain't put the link out. I just sent it to the group out there in Waco. I will post that later on tonight. Okay. Lawrence, what's up, family? All right. Cali in the house. All right. Speaking of Oakland, and shout out to my boy out there, Miss Ray, and everything with her son. So the reach is real. It's getting bigger. It's getting, again, it could be Mark, yeah, man, just what I do, Mark, man. Listen, I think it's at a good price. Like I said, 150. Get some kids there, man. So if you're in the Dallas area or know somebody in the Dallas area or want to travel down there, where you are, come on and bring groups, bring, whatever. Just remember, I also said too, I'm gonna end it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, Rodney, we'll be in Waco. Good, Rodney, man. Shout out to you out there, man. Thank you for coming out there, and look forward to meeting you guys out there in Waco. All right. I will have that link again. I'll have that site and link information. I'm going to post it right after this. Okay. I'm going to post it on the D Brown baseball page. All right. So you can sign up there. And just remember, large groups. If you have any large groups around the country, or you can have access to kids 21 to 24, decent kids, large groups. When I say large, 50 kids or more that you're able to get across and all of that, holler at me. Okay. All right. Holler at me. Have a great weekend, y'all. All right. The Monday morning, Monday, 4 p.m., I will be right back at it. Hopefully I think I can maybe squeeze a couple of coaches on next week. Get some guests in here and keep this ball rolling with knowledge and everything like that. Atlanta again has been canceled. Orlando will be up Monday. Waco will be up right after this, November 21st. Waco flyer and site will be up on my fan page, on all my pages up. Right after this, Dallas is already up. And next week, I will be in North Mississippi. So if you're in around that area, even my Atlanta people want to go out there, come on, you're more than welcome. All right, I will be reaching out to my Atlanta people that paid, and either you could come down to Florida, Mississippi, or I'll give you the refund. Now you're going to be here from me, and I'll email a few tonight, and I'll email the rest tomorrow. All right, we make this happen. All right. Giovanni, I appreciate you, my dude. All right, appreciate you, all y'all, man. This is the movement is getting real, it's getting big. It may not look like whatever, but share this, tag this, large groups, holler at me. Recruiting wise, Laquita, I look forward to speaking with you, helping your son. I got another phone call for another mom in Atlanta area that wants to see about help about her kid and her situation. All right. All I can do is, add value, see if I can give her some advice. Did that yesterday with Murfreesboro, parent from Murfreesboro, and it worked out good. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully my boy who's a scout will link up with her and her son. And I just tell my scout, like, yo, just give them the information. Just if they can play, the kid can play. He ain't even a hitting guy, but I just he been around here his whole life and been scouting. He's on the pro side, but he knows. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, if the dude can play, give him a little tip or two. Let me get. You know what I'm saying? Holler back at me. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what I can do from this point on. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing I could do is just give a name or two to the scouts to say, hey, watch out for this kid this spring. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the kid to go ball out because he's draft eligible. That's basically it. But nothing like it. You know what I'm saying? Rodney, I appreciate you, Rodney, man. Thank you. All right. Thank you for following and this thing has grown and it will continue to grow. All right. The movement is real. Hashtag, part of the 7%. All right. Hashtag part of the 7%. All right. I want all of you to feel proud. I don't care if you are walking on. I don't care if it's D1, D2, D3, junior college. If your son is getting an opportunity to play college baseball, all right, he did something 93% of these other kids are wishing that they have done. All right. 93% of these. I thought it was 89. All right. 93. Okay. Now what's gonna happen? Somebody gonna reach out to me, coach. It's technically blah 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 blah. All right. 93. All right. 93%. All right. So every time y'all message me, or anytime y'all come on here and just say, yo, I'm chiming in from Orlando or I'm chiming in from New York, hashtag part of the 7%. That's the movement. All right. Part of the 7%. I love y'all. Have a great week and be safe out here. Peace and love, y'all.